Okay, chapter 2, we've now arrived at the assess. Again, a lot of these questions are foundation level. I'll do a couple of grade C ones, and I'll do the AQA question as well. One of the AQA questions anyway on page 35. Question 8, I like it. Are lines A, B and CD parallel? In other words, are you parallel to him? Well, it's not drawn accurately, so you can't go measuring it, and they've not put little arrows there and there to give me a little hint. It's all about calculation. Are they parallel? Well, if they're parallel, this pen would move. If they're parallel, then this angle here will equal 52, because if I calculate it and it comes to 52, then it will prove that AB and CD are parallel, because this angle and this angle will be corresponding. So let's just work this out. This angle here is going to be 180, take away 126, and that gives us, grab my machine, 54 degrees. Oh, 54 degrees. Therefore, not parallel, because, let's give a reason, 54 degrees is not a corresponding angle. With the 52 degrees shown. Alright, so they're not the same, therefore they're not parallel at all, and there's nothing more to say. Next question is absolutely lovely. It says, this is question 9, it says the groundsman at the local sports field wants to spread lawn feed. In other words, he wants to feed the lawn and make it lovely, lush green field. The field is the shape opposite, in other words, two straight parts, two semicircular ends which make an entire circle. Hint. One sack of lawn feed is enough to cover 100 meter squares of area. He has bought 80 sacks. Let's just work out quickly how much these 80 sacks can cover. Alright, so here we go. So 80 sacks cover an area of 80 times 100, which is 8,000 meter squares of area. Okay, let's get a mark straight away. Will you have enough lawn feed to cover the whole area show you working? Well, I've got the maximum possible coverage. Now I've got to essentially work out the area of this green field here, sports field. Well, what have I got? Incidentally, please note this is the radius. So radius equals 25 meters. This is a lovely little diameter drawn for us. Diameter is 50. They didn't need to tell us that the radius was 25. We can see from the diameter that the radius has to be 25 because the radius is half of the diameter. Essentially, if I work out the area of one circle, that is the two halves added together, and the area of this middle section here, the non-circular part, and add up the two bits, I've got the area of the entire field. So here I go, and let's just do it in one step. Area of field is going to be 50 times 120, that's the rectangular part, plus pi times the radius of the field squared. Alright, high level you can do this. Right, 50 times 120 leaves me with 6,000 meter squares alone, just the central rectangular part, plus pi r squared. So 25 times 25 times 3.14 gives us 1,962.5 meters square. Ooh, what's the total? Oh, I can see that one. 7,962.5 meters square. Will he have enough lawn to feed? Yes, he will have, or he will have, enough feed for the lawn. Is that alright? And you don't have to say because that's less than 8,000. You've proved that that's less than 8,000, because you've got the figure and you've said, yeah, it's enough. So that's a lovely question. And finally, not very pretty to look at, but it's an AQA type question, and so we're going to do it anyway. Let's just work here in blue. The shape shown below is cut from a piece of rectangular card measuring 10 by 15. So there's your 10, there's your 15. If it's a rectangle, this is also 10, and that's also 15. I'm sure I'm going to need that later. Right, the larger right angle triangle, that's that one, has two sides of 15 and 10 as shown. Show that the area of this rectangle is 75 centimeters. They've given us the answer. Okay then, I think I will show it. Go back to yellow, I think. So area equals half times base times height. See, I'm actually showing it, which is 0.5 times, well, the base is 10, says so, 10 times 15. Well, half of 10 is 5, 5 15s is 75 centimeters squared. I've shown it, I've done it. Calculate the area of the shaded shape. State your units for your answer, and you must show what you're working. Well, straight away we're looking at centimeter squares because the whole question is given to us as lengths in centimeters. Alright, I've now got to work out an area of this grey stuff here. Well, if that's 4 and the whole thing's 10, that's got to be 6 centimeters, hasn't it? So from there to there we've got a base length of 6. So essentially I know this area is 75 centimeters squared. If I can work out his area, I'll do it right now. So do it down here. So I've got half times 6 times 9. Well, that's 3 9s, isn't it? 3 9s is 27 centimeters squares. So I'm now going to put that in blue in my picture. Always good to do this in an exam. Put all your bits and pieces so you don't forget it. Now essentially what I've got is 2 triangles, and this it's going to be a trapezium, I'm sure, strapped across the middle of this rectangle. If I work out the area of the rectangle and take away that and that, I've got my answer. So here I go, do it in one step. Back to yellow. I've got 15 times 10, take away my 75 and take away my 27. That'll give me the leftovers, which belong to this trapezium here, and that's going to be 150 take away 90, 102, and that's going to leave me with 48 centimeters squares of area that are dedicated to this trapezium. So I'm going to put here 48 centimeters square. Now these three things should add up to 150 if I got it right. If not, I've got it wrong, and never mind. I think it's right, not a problem, is it? Check it over. 90, 102, 48. Love it. Okay, I'm going to stop there, and that's Unit 2 done. The assess is finished, and I'll start preparing for Unit 3 for you.